Guys, back. Can you hear me? Yoo-hoo! Stream got interrupted, guys. Apologize. Out of my control. We had over 4 hours before, huh? Almost 3 more hours. Let's finish this battle before I go eat. Some night goblins there. The Ragnarok Spider is the best unit on the greenskins because of the summon. Causes so much interruption and saves so many casualties. Go after those rangers. Are doing too much terror, not enough damage here. Too much terror. Guys, if you haven't heard, we have a 7-hour stream today of Crooked Moon. That's the minimal we have. I might play some Rome 2. Probably gonna have just minimal streams of Crooked Moon until the campaign is finished. Expect a long campaign. It's very exhausting to play longer than that. That much hours of Crooked Moon every day. If I don't find anything else to do after the stream is done, might check some ROM 2. Check more of the changes with the new update. Stream schedule is every day 7 to 12 hours. So you can expect 7 hours every day of Warhammer minimal. For casualties, huh? Anyway, guys, food is ready. I'm gonna take a break to eat food. We continue when I get back. Have endless dwarf armies to fight, but there was progress. Dwarves Confederate Clan Angrund on a good time, so it's good.
Don't think so.
I'm off. I'm Trixie. I like a good plan.
I'll be back in about 20 minutes.
Who needs killing?
I'm back, boys. Food finished. Let's continue.
I got plans.
Dirty bastard rank 10, huh? So expensive, man. So expensive. Yoo-hoo! I had some teriyaki chicken with noodles. Guess you can call it noodles. More like, you know, pasta noodles than the soup noodles.
You want schemes? I got schemes.
Who is king if Sigurd is prince? Well, might be a principality and not a kingdom. Who is Rolo? Rolo is name requested by I'm Chicken Lol, one of the top supporters. He was the first sugar daddy of the stream. Anybody can recommend a faction to start with a legendary and moral empress? It's easy. Start with dwarves. If you want a more interesting campaign, start with vampires.
Be gone.
Great and powerful warlord.
That does not mean I think the dwarves are boring or anything. A lot of people think that. But you might be the one of those who don't want to play dwarves.
I got me brother.
I love playing dwarves. So guys, we still have 2 hours and 39 more minutes of Warhammer today. I think I'm gonna play some Rome 2 after. Forget about Crooked Moon for 5 seconds. For the rest of the... probably for a few hours for the rest of the night. I wanna see a few changes with more time. In 17 days they are releasing a new update and a new DLC for Rome 2. If you haven't heard. We are not gonna start any real campaign, you know, just check out, you know, how the vanilla game. I haven't played vanilla game in a million years. I always played modded. They are releasing a new campaign for Rome 2. It's called Divided Empires. It's coming in a little over 2 weeks. We might even check it out on stream. What is my favorite Rome 2 faction army style? That's a hard one. Man. I think the Rome is nearly everybody's favorite. I personally, I would say Parthia. The factions I really like as well as the Rome, Carthage, Egypt, Seleucids. These guys are on withdrawal.
You may speak before my
They're allied with dwarves, these bastards. Dwarves and a new mortal enemy with the Argilon.
Ready.
List of the enemy is getting smaller. We need to destroy Karakazul.
Stop that.
They fortified, very smart. When was Rome 2 released originally? About 4 years and 2 months ago.
I'm well nasty.
I finished watching the Star Trek Discovery and don't have anything else to do after I end Crooked Moon today, so I'm considering playing some Rome 2 as the second part of the stream, you know, guys, bonus stream for you guys. It's not 100% sure, but it's pretty high there. I can handle only 7 or 8 hours of Crooked Moon in a single day. Fighting with goblins is very exhausting, guys. I won't lie to you. It's very exhausting. Suggest me some good TV shows, boys. I'm guessing you've seen Stranger Things. The best army of the Empire to kill Dark Elves. Well, pretty much any quality. But I can see demigryphs with crossbows and mortars. And a steam tank, 1 or 2. Temptation, some of the house rules on the list, the polls are there to simply see if people are paying attention. I've seen Westworld. It was a little too intense for my taste. I liked intense, but that show was too intense. In about 4 days they are releasing Punisher, so you might want to wait. If you have Netflix, binge watch the Punisher. I think they're gonna release the whole season at once. I've seen Rome about 6 times. Everybody who likes Total War seen Rome. Wire is an amazing show. Definitely one of the best. I don't want to watch another show right now, so I'm gonna have extra time to play something else. I still haven't completed Elix, but don't have focus right now to play any Elix. I plan to watch Mindhunter, but not anytime soon. We're waiting to the next series from his channel, Nightfall. I should manually a bit. Snow battles tell me, you know, I have spots on my monitor. What do you guys use to clean your monitor? Alcohol wipes.
Doing one.
Microfiber cloth. I have a microfiber cloth, but it doesn't want to clean spots unless I use water with it. And for some reason, it creates more spots in the future. Faster, if you know what I mean. This is a Crooked Moon, part of the Greenskin tribes. If it creates more spots, you have too much water on it. Probably.
Mighty Warboss!
Somebody told me that it's best to use microfiber cloth with distilled water. But I'm not sure where to get distilled water. Okay, they lost 2 settlements here. I think we can make a move on Mount Goom, but this is already better here.
Supreme ruler of 8 peaks. Right then, let's do it.
We are ready for the quest, boys. We are ready for the quest. This is perfect now. Finally have the time to do the quest. This is the second battle for Skarsnik weapon quest. Item is quite good. They got angry after the first time. The first time was an ambush. The battle lasted a little over a minute. Why so many explosives, man?
So predictable. These stunties act like clockworks. I bet I could work out when I and Hammer or Grudgebearer combed their beards if I wanted. So, here's a plan. Take him in the front and in the sides. I want the way cleared so I can get my new piranha! Get it? If I see any of you running the wrong way, well, Goblin is hungry.
Running the wrong way.
He's always hungry.
Am I going to play... what is that? Still Fate Overhaul? Only on a request. Only on a request. Some of the chariots from behind.
Ready to strike.
Those slayers will do damage.
Goblins! Nasty skulkers!
The Iron Drakes are so good against the goblins.
Gonna kill him!
I played Overhaul in the past. That's still Fate. We actually finished the campaign with it.
Where's the king? Gonna kill him! Bring
I don't really find it better than the vanilla. It's just different. Why full goblin army? Because we're playing goblins. It's better to have goblins with scarsing than orcs.
Warlord of 8 peaks!
Blast them with spells.
Who we killing? Lighting!
We'll shock them here.
Big hoppers!
Good to keep the slayers busy here.
Moving fast!
Slayers doing disruption, they're minimal damage. The hell? Those squeaks did so much damage there. So much damage. It's a very good shock here.
Make my spells strong.
They're losing leadership. Don't fire at will, you're acting as a melee chariot right now. Missile only for harassment. What do we have there? They're routed. Some of these chariots here.
Gonna cast spells.
You can kill them here, face now, they don't get any reinforcements, I think. Oh, they're coming. Through that.
Running! You sure?
Those guys are out, the slayers are still holding there. How did they even can even release something like this? Look at this, guys. Are you fucking serious? You paid $6 for this shit.
Night is here! Running! Goblins!
Unbelievable.
Knights already! Running time! Wolf chariots! Running! These goblins! Wolf chariots! Moving fast! Running! Moving fast! Gonna kill him! These goblins!
Unbelievable. Jaden's getting cooked. I did so much damage to this chair in a single casualty. It's ridiculous. These are vulnerable to that fire. These guys have separate leadership here.
Gobbler is hungry.
This is a shock army. It's made to rout them fast. Here is it good here. Don't spear me, that was a summoned spider unit. We hit them from 3 sides. This was a form of ambush here. Type of ambush. We hit them from 3 sides. They lose leadership like 3 times as fast.
Supreme ruler of 8 peaks.
I would have not used trolls at all, clangers. No, trolls, it's better to have squigs than the trolls. Squigs are way stronger than the trolls because of the Skarsnik. You got Skarsnik's Prodder. Obedience plus 3 all provinces, melee attack plus 6, weapon strength plus 10%, enables magical attacks, more money from post-battle loot, and he has a ability which is a magic missile with a long cooldown, 2 uses. It's a pretty good weapon.
Gobbler's hungry.
Have a very good gear here.
Great and powerful warbot. Skarsnik, warlord of 8.
We did have 4 goblins. Guys, for a second, okay, for a second. Pay attention. You see the stats here? You see the stats here? It's going to be better than any troll. Troll, the only reason is in the army because I had time to recruit it. Edelruna, I'm here. Yoo-hoo. All those guys to refresh. Squigs will be better than trolls at any time. Anytime. Squig does like double damage, and it's super fast. We don't need the units that can fight longer and that can hold ground. We're using the troll just, you know, as a shock unit here. What do you notice on the troll here? Look at the charge bonus. Have high damage, but look at the charge bonus. Troll is a unit you send in and you leave it there until everybody's dead. Unit of goblins right now has double the charge of the trolls. You don't wanna attack the enemy to damage the enemy. You wanna attack the enemy to rout the enemy. Rout them. You don't wanna have a long fight with greenskins in this composition. You wanna go in, rout them. Not go in to fight them. This is troll. Go in to fight them. Goblins, they go in to rout them. And this is the reason why we also dropped the artillery and why we dropped the archers. And don't be fooled, guys. These chariots are really good. If anybody's seen that battle the other day where the chariot went in through like 4 different units and then the squigs ran in and killed everything. In that short time was like 600 casualties. Chariots just disrupt the formation, interrupt everything. They do damage as well because of the bonus charge. Look at the charge. They are never a damage dealer like the squig. They are just for harassment, disruption. Never a damage dealer like a squig. Squig is the main damage dealer in the army.
I got me brother.
Yeah, I need the trolls for request. They recruited 1 unit of trolls because we had time to recruit. If we get access to squigs, I'm gonna disband the trolls. You need a combination of several units. You can't just use 1 unit or 2 units or 3 units. Some people say spam the Nested Skulkers. Oh, how much fun they have playing normal difficulty. And you know what we learned about spamming Nested Skulkers? Well, we encountered a Chaos army with 4 chariots. The balance of power was full yellow. We went into battle, we had no chance.
I got plans.
Be gone.
That's just one example. You don't even have to babysit the chariots much. It doesn't matter if they take casualties. These chariots are a little different than your usual chariots.
Supreme ruler of 8 peaks.
Need to deal with this army here.
Take me for a wazzock.
I'm out here.
We'll deploy the ambush here.
Sounds like a good idea.
Stop that.
It's bad.
Who's the boss?
We're gonna lose Iron Rock next turn. Skyhammer, oh my god. Oh man.
I have no time for this.
Why is this campaign so exhausting?
Smith.
Such a nice, you know, campaign where you're a goblin army surrounded by all these dwarves bullying you. Shouldn't it be the other way around? You have 8 goblin armies fighting 1 or 2 dwarf armies. Jesus.
Away! Alright, I'm off.
Dwarves are more numerous than greenskins. That's how it works in this game.
Don't think so. Not likely.
Nothing we can do about this. Need to get this tier 5. Not gonna waste population here. I mean, we could forfeit this. It's gonna be the last population I waste here. I need 9 population now. Well, in 2 days we exactly made no progress. At least no more clan Angrund. We haven't done nothing in 2 days. We need to wait for the Chaos Invasion. Now we're gonna be facing the regiments. Crooked Moon is more than doable without house rules. More than doable. But dwarves would still be pain in the ass.
I'm the boss!
Battles like this is what's really exhausting.
Goblins!
We had how many of these today? I lost count.
Wolf Riders!
I'm gonna try to kill a few units here. It doesn't matter that much because they have the regiments of renown.
Ready!
And before the regiment of renowns were balanced when it comes to recruitment, dwarves had the best kind of broken gameplay with them. And we are about to experience this gameplay in this campaign. You destroy a dwarf army, click, 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 click. Full dwarf army, full regiments, low rank 9. You destroy another one, oh sure, next settlement, click, 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 whole army again. With foundation update they made the regiments announce 10 turn cooldown.
I'm the boss!
That Skyhammer is pain in the ass, man. What the fuck can the Greenskins do against AI Skyhammer? That thing is guaranteed to rout at least 1 unit.
Wolf Riders! Moving fast! Stickers ready! Ready!
For a player, Garrow Bomber is not worth it. I stick with that. For the AI, Garrow Bomber is great. Why have one flying when you can have 4 flying? Why have a Garrow Bomber when you can have 4 of these? Always better. Garrow Bomber is an overkill. You don't need help against infantry. That's what the Garrow Bomber is. Help against infantry. They're not even moving, man. They're not even moving. I like Orangans.
We ain't better than them! Where's the cage? Smoke says do it!
Harassing my trolls here, throwing my trolls.
Wagon! Combos rule! We is combos! Moving fast! Alright! Moving fast! Stabbers ready!
Pointless to even attack this guy bomber. They're just gonna get a new one.
Fight for more! Moving fast! Rally! We're off! Moving fast! Get out! Goblins! Moving fast! Running! Moving fast! Running! Get out! Moving fast! Get up! Charge! Running! We're better than them!
Artillery is down. This guy with his million ammunition. We should ignore the Skyhammer, I think.
Where's the king?
Best to ignore it.
Gonna kill him! Moving fast! Goblin!
Oh man.
Get going! Moving fast!
Can we kill this unit? They're taking quite a bit of damage there. That unit's alive, what the fuck?
We're all moving fast! Starboard's ready! You still are! Help
Too close. I wanna see those guys dead. They're avoiding us so they don't get killed. I mean, look at these guys, they have no health. I need to kill 6 more. They're not dying. All get routed by the slayers.
This stinks! What am I doing? Gonna kill him!
The unit's still alive, look at this. 8 guys from 143 health. Jesus.
The lads are ready! Moving fast!
You know, like they should shatter, man, not rout. Shatter. Kill the 2 units. Sec did not need money. For sec is not even that much value. Use the underwear right in our face. Van Mulder is winning against vampire counts. Skaven in Sylvania, what the fuck?
Great and powerful warbot. Doing one.
Be gone.
Mork says what?
Looks like retreat there.
What you want?
This is the rest of their armies. Might be fighting in. Oh, there's another one. My god. 5 regiments here.
Bring ruin.
They're also at war with the Red Eye, Karak Hirn, and the Vampire Counts.
One rug. Orcs, come see. Aye. You dare approach a...
Aldorf is controlled by Bretonia. What the hell?
Supreme ruler of 8 peaks. Shifting.
Do you take me for a wazzock?
Killing time.
Let's go fight this Waswick. There's a lot of great weapons here. Wonder how many more dwarf armies you're gonna have to destroy before we destroy dwarves.
Warlord of 8 peaks.
Yeah, very hard hitting very hard hitting formation here.
Squeakhoppers. We is better than them. Squeakhoppers. Gonna kill him. Drink that brew. Nasty skulkers. Orc wants it. Running. I'll kill him all.
Where's Carsten count? Who cares? Who cares?
Night is here. Mooks is doing.
Some harassment here. Two units of cannons.
Running. Ah! Moving fast.
Holy shit, that was good damage there.
Moving fast. Running.
Gonna toss spills.
Healers, colours. Wolf chariot. We is
See the disruption? That's what this chariot is about. Shock, shock, shock. Woohoo! It's not even our cast. We want, you see that foot of Gork? Might have not noticed, but that foot of Gork was next to Terror. And that's the best way to use it now, Phil Bell. Next to Terror.
Moving fast! Got it! Knife him! On it! Gonna kill him! Legging it!
Army? What dwarf army? They need more quality. They need iron breakers, hammerers, so we take actually extra 100 casualties per battle. Worst case scenario would be like 8 slayers and 6 gyrocopters. We cannot win against an army like that. Can you even imagine? This is the counter for this army. Combination of slayers and gyrocopters.
Supreme ruler of 8 peaks!
Cannot fight Karakazan on these dwarves here. I feel like we should just ignore everything here and go fight Karakazul. Well, if you see the list of the enemies we fought in that battle, just see how many casualties the Longbeards did, and check how many casualties the Slayers did. Slayers did more casualties alone than all the Longbeards together. Longbeards just can't fight if they are just tossed around. Slayers, they don't give a shit, they always deal damage.
Great and powerful, Warboss.
And they don't rout.
I am a rune lord, not some smith. I'm a rune lord, not some smith.
I'm Trixie.
Don't think so.
Damn Karakazul, man. Damn Karakazul. You have to ignore everything they're doing and go fight Karakazul. So they control the Desolation of Nagash, that's 3 settlements. Blight Water. It's 7. And then control the Dingorakas, it's 8. Both Karakazul and Karakazgal are fortified with extra garrisons. And we need to destroy their armies if we are going to have the chance there without need to replenish. There are dwarves coming from the other side. Roman's army is not ready to fight regular armies.
gone. You what?
You want schemes? I got schemes.
We cannot stuck fighting here forever. It's like some kind of hell.
Me protest.
We fight dwarf armies all day long, without any progress.
Who's the boss?
I mean, we did some progress today. We got another hero. We got another army going. But we haven't moved an inch. Clan Angum is gone, we got a second army. But still surrounded by dwarves.
Says what? Let's get stabby.
I have no time for this.
Hawk wants me.
Fail on 87. We need to fortify last sorrow before we move out of this area. I don't know, I feel like I want to get tier 5 with Karakhet Peaks before we go anywhere far from it. The route is good, just takes us a long time because we're wasting population here. Hopefully they don't encounter any armies here, so we can do some damage. Nixon has asked earlier what is my favorite faction to play. I'm sorry I didn't see it. It's the Empire.
Yeah, just get to the point.
What the fuck?
Don't mess with me! What's your message?
They're gonna get confederated, so it doesn't matter. It's because Karahirn is the enemy of the dwarves. The Karahirn are the troublemakers, they're the wild dwarves.
I got me, brother.
This is my land. Not likely.
Who's wanna bet that this army
The time.
will lose here? Because they will just march into the city. There's some spare change units, and with these 8 units here, an army with 2 trolls, Doom Diver, a Spider Mama, and a giant with a bunch of veteran units gonna lose. cover us here. They might occupy the rock there.
Not likely.
Feels like a waste to block them. Again, it's experience. Look at the bright side, we still have Pick Pass. That's the best move we did this campaign, go for Pick Pass. This guy's gonna besiege it.
Beacon.
I'm a schemer. Right then, let's do it.
Like otherwise they're gonna go onto the last Zoro, so we have to deal with the army in the south first.
I got plans. Going.
Do you take me?
It's a lot of quarters. It's a lot of quarters. Just slow down, try to slow down this one. It's 85%. It actually is 75. It's 50, 65, 75. It's applied.
I serve.
Used to be 85 highest possible before.
Yes, boss.
Actually, it was 50. It was 80 before.
Let's get stabby.
I don't know. At least this one is stable. It actually is stable. Unbelievable. So about to get tier 5, boys. Tier 5. Let's actually put some extortion rate here. Increase. It's stable because of the Scarce Explorer. This is actually unbelievable that we have this. Only 26 more turns on the strap-on gear. If we research the live ammo and we do a turn of research on strap-on gear, we'll actually get a strap-on gear even if we lose the tier 4 Tinkerer. Hey, Deadpool still alive. Still alive.
Speak up then, I hate mumbling.
I want things, you give me things. Peaceman wants defensive alliance. We're not allowed to sign alliances. Hey, true disciple. Hey, Admiral Twitch, is there something different this map with the Rover Hammer? Yeah. There's some added elements, and the map is also extended. It says, dearest Elich, please, the walkthrough with a still fade overhaul mod. They just made one for Hammer 2. It would be incredible. Like I said, mods, request only. You might appeal to Fjarovic. He might request something like that. He might have requested something like that. So we lost our mortal enemy here. We have to declare war. gonna choose Vidriot as our mortal enemy. Okay, Vidriot and dwarves now. What is going on with the upload?
What a sogging it do you want?
Fjarlovich is here. Fjarlovich is here. He is here. We have Fjarlovich has 3 Man of the Month requests, Laudesh has 1, King Roman has 3, and Rankel has 1. That's the only way for me to play the SFO. I personally don't care about it.
This is my land.
And has to be requested before we start the next campaign. It's an overhaul mode, Icarus. It's an overhaul mode.
You need help?
Look at Roman, gonna take Mount Goombat.
Get him!
I have to actually check how much movement we have left there.
Less scrap!
Can we actually see it here?
Attack!
Doesn't say.
Killing
Can't
time!
risk it here.
Kick him in!
True Disciple says, hi Elich, been lurking the past week, watching on phone mostly, so chat is a pain. No worries. I think this one is glitched. I think that one is glitched, so we're gonna have to stack the center. But we have skulkers, we can send the ninjas to take the city. That is also a viable strategy.
Night Goblin War Boss!
I feel like this one is glitched. Let's see how much damage the trolls get here. The winning condition, pretty much we need to destroy dwarves, Clan Angrund, Empire. We have to be the only greenskins pretty much, and have Karakate Peaks plus 8 other cities. This campaign is gonna be very long.
War Boss!
You can expect over 300 turns at least. There is no way of finishing this one on 300 turns.
The lads are ready! The lads are ready! Goblins!
Yeah, this one is glitched. God damn it.
Night Goblin War Boss! Nasty skulkers!
The hell, man. Hope it doesn't take them 8 months to fix this shit. This is ridiculous. So stupid.
The lads are ready!
Some of the artillery pieces do not see the tower, so they are walking into the tower. I will show it. See that artillery tower there? That's 4th tower. I just gave it an attack order. See this?
Let's go. We is dobbos. Running.
Aiken Tower, that's a separate team we're working there. Hey Fjarlovich. Yeah, I saw you in the channel. Somebody was saying I should play in the new Still Fed Overhaul. And as usual, I tell them more request only. And you are probably the best chance for us to see this. Since you have 3 man-to-month requests. But you know, it's up to you. I don't really care about Still Fed Overhaul. You would love Isabella. Well, it's up to you, Fjarlovich. You have 3 man-to-month requests. Whenever you wanna use one, just tell me before we start a new campaign. The next campaign is Siegwald, but if you wanna see Isabella first, then you need to request Isabella. So we can get foundation update for Chaos to play properly. Yeah, that's also a good plan. So are you requesting Isabella next? I love Isabella. Okay, any special rules? Or we just stick to the personal core rules? I will not be doing the agent spam anymore, hero spam in the army. And there is no more milking and rebel farming. I am done with that. So keep in mind the campaigns are going to be played differently. Unless you want to play it in a different one. So it's gonna be a different way to play the Von Carstens. Last 2 times we were doing perversions, and it was definitely fun. But doing it all the time, feels like not so fun anymore. So Fjarlovich, it's official. Isabella next. Don't worry, Bold Guy Bibi, we'll still have perversions in the army. We'll just not abuse the game mechanics. Like milking, repeated sacking, and rebellion farming. And also, you have a new rule regarding heroes. We could use some bets, Fiara, we could use some bets. What is milking? Repeated sacking, raiding to spawn rebellions. So you can use multiple lords to farm money, experience, items. We have a new rule regarding heroes. This is my personal new rule. Only 1 hero type per army. One per type, with exclusion to a wizard. So which means no more than one Banshee per army,
Do this!
and
Move it!
no more than one White King or Necromancer per army. That's a new rule since Lothern. If a wizard has multiple lores, like for example in case of vampires, like Shadow and Dead, we are allowed to have an extra lore. Vampires have powerful heroes, so with the new rule we can have a Banshee, a Necromancer, a White King and 2 vampires. Still 5 heroes, and it's still pretty good with vampires. Vampires is one of those factions where you definitely want to have at least 2 or 3 heroes per army. Is there a command for these core house rules? No, they are in my head. They are my way of playing the game. We use this strictly when playing without house rules. It's a good thing we delayed the Chaos campaign, because we might get Foundation update while playing Isabella.
Ready!
Why did I decide this? Because it kinda undervalues the strength of heroes, and you know I lose like the connection with the army. Like it's better to use just, you know, a couple of heroes than just have like 3 lore masters in the army. I'd rather use a unit than an extra hero. Yeah, so yeah, the vampires can have 5 heroes per army with the new rule. There is also a house rule regarding this, but Isabella campaign not gonna have any house rules. We'll have the usual Vlad perversions. We'll have Isabella with a few heroes and flying units. Isabella's gonna be around flying units, specifically around flying units. And I'm going to make a value army with skeleton warriors and skeleton spearmen. But it might be 2 weeks before they start this campaign, even 3 weeks, because this campaign is gonna take forever. Heroes should be used as a utility, not fighters. Well, some of the heroes are amazing for fighting, so why not? Gorbull can be an absolute killer. Banshee can be a killer. Saurus, Scar Veteran can be a killer. Wizards are more like a utility. Fighter heroes are fighter heroes. Okay, so Fjarl Witch requested Isabella. He still has 2 Men of the Month requests. If you guys don't know, Fjarl Witch was the main contributor for my graphic card, so he got the Man of the Month request from there. Also, guys, around February, I'm planning playing a donation goal and saving money between February and May to buy a complete new computer. Everything new, everything top shelf, if we can say like that. So we can have more quality and even better FPS. By the time I'm probably gonna save half of it, and we use the other half for the donation goal. I'm having this worst fear, you know, this one will go, will stop working. My CPU has been overclocked over 3 years. I think it's the motherboard that is gonna go away, not the CPU though. I can't even use the overclock anymore. Just 1 second, boys. So Isabella's gonna be our 4th campaign in Mortal Empires, which makes Sigvald number 5. Your CPU has been overclocked from 3 to 4 GHz for 5 years. That's impressive. How expensive was your motherboard? I had a $80 motherboard. I mean, I have a $80 motherboard. Okay, Isabella is first, then Sigvald. Can't do this. I feel like we're not gonna have movement. If you have a really good motherboard, you can keep the overclock full time. It's like until you replace the whole computer. The motherboard will go away before the CPU goes away. Or well, overclocking. At least that's from what I know. But it's random a bit as well. Okay, we have Mangumbat here. So the gold mine is here. This is actually gonna definitely cost dwarves here. It's all fine here.
Supreme ruler of 8P. Right then, let's do
I need to
it.
get rid of these guys.
Stabby,
This campaign
stabby.
can take easily 3 weeks. I'm not kidding here, guys. I'm not kidding. Especially because I'm not gonna play more than 7 or 8 hours a day. It's too exhausting to play this more than 7 or 8 hours a day. Last Crooked Moon campaign. No joke, guys. I aged a year. I aged a year. $150 for motherboard. Yeah. I saved some money on the motherboard. Mine was only $80 when I bought it. My motherboard makes like a pinging noise every few days now. Got me worried. That's why I'm planning a new PC in a few months. Probably gonna be like in the next 3 to 5 months. 1, 2, 3. Here 80. What are the rules for this campaign? We have the racial ones, mortal enemies, and better technology. Mortal enemies, we have to be at war with 1 dwarf, 1 elf faction all the time, if there are any available, and no diplomacy with these factions. Better technology, 3 slots in the army are reserved for chariots and or artillery. The difficult ones are no retreat, war and peace. No retreat is, self-explanatory. War and peace. In diplomacy, we can only do war and peace. Payments with each are allowed. And miscellaneous are more variety, and the grand campaign, more variety. Unit types we only have 4 of the same unit in the army. And the Grand Campaign, we had to take the final campaign skill before taking character battle skills. Why do I never gamble magic? Cause it's kind of pointless. We're going to get magic up before we cast the first spell. Is it possible to play orc with only savage units? Yes. That's Wurzak.
Ready! Quick, hoppers! Wolf chariot! Night goblins! Night is here!
Guys, greenskins, you know, you can play the greenskins, but they are the least fun faction in the game. Something has to be done about this. And I'm not even talking about my house rules or anything here. I played together over 10 greenskin tribes campaigns. And they're just so behind other factions when it comes to on fun. There's so much flavor, you get brain damage from all the flavor. Flavor does not equal a balance of fun. Pay attention to the magic, whoever asked about why no gamble. Before we cast our first spell, we'll have all the magic available. Manuel, for you the greens are the most fun. Well, I'm glad you like them. I'm presuming you're not playing on legendary.
That's good! Ready to scrap! I'll do it! Charge! Moving fast! Who can we stand? Wolf chariot!
Okay, that's good. I'm not gonna cast this yet.
Quick, hoppers!
Let's go.
Drink the brew!
You see the chariots? It's a little too far.
Quick, hoppers! Night goblins! Not a stabber! Sorry, alright. Stabber's ready! Let's fight! Gotta kill him! Let's fight! Goblins! Moving fast! Running!
Running.
How does this guy get stuck like that there? Damn fat orc! It's gonna hurt.
Where's the cave?
You seen the chariots how long they were in that crowd and how much damage they've taken? It's that's impressive.
God. Have you seen that shit? Holy shit! What the hell?
Kitty, thank you for using your Twitch Prime here. Appreciate the support. These guys look to be routed here. What does the battle realism do? Restricts the camera, removes the minimap. You cannot issue orders during pause. You can only see the enemies at a certain range. Among that should be all the things. Casualties are minimal considering we are goblins here.
Let me help
And this is the shock I'm talking about. You've seen the chariots go in ahead of the army. It did so much disruption. What damage did we take? One chariot out of 8, it's nothing. It's replenished next turn. Manual, well, that's okay. Hard is fine as well. I'm glad somebody loves greenskins, not only Dirty Bastard. Poor guy was alone there. Bretonia is the worst to play. Challenging. The spells do friendly fire, yes. So you have to be careful. Look at those squeaks, man. Look at those squeaks. The Arachnarok Queen, the best greenskin unit, spawns little spiders that harass and annoy the enemy. Arachnarok Queen is a regiment of renowned Arachnarok spider.
Supreme ruler of 8 peaks.
Marking conduit here.
Skarsnik, warlord of 8 peaks.
So what we gonna do here? I think we're gonna continue going for Karakazoo.
Onward. You have seconds to live.
How are these guys still alive?
Speak quick.
Crazy. Sure, McLaren, sure.
Great and powerful war boss.
Mr. Nameless, what faction are you playing? Arvas, Stabby, Lunis. It's actually going to be better for the this one. Empire. Well, if you do not have this button down here next to the recruit units, the regiments of renown, you do not own Grim and the Grave downloadable content. So you need to buy the DLC in the Steam store. It will add new units, new legendary lord, and the regiments of renown for the Empire, and vampire counts. Did you call someone Hank yet? Let's get the troll Hank. Linely says hi. If I buy Total Warhammer 1, can I play versus? I don't know. I don't play multiplayer. And what about other factions, Homo? Other factions you need for the Empire and the Vampire Cunts, it's Grim in the Grave. For the Greenskins and Dwarves, it's King and the Warlord. When it comes to other regiments of renown, it's you have to log into the site. They're currently not available in the game. I think we had a command for this. Hold on. Yeah. New roar. There you go. This is where you get the regiments for Warhammer 1, the other ones. You have to claim it there. This is the only way to get it. McLarva says, LH, do you know a game called War Games? Ireland Battle and also Red Dragon. I really think you would enjoy it. It's like Total War, only NATO versus USSR Cold War era. I don't really like the modern things, you know, the modern war. Anything 20th century later. I prefer before.
What you want?
Bloody green bastards. Let's be naming here. Fifi's worshippers. Little Fifi with greenskins is a Arachnarok spider. My favorite historical Total War, Rome 2. How is my leadership? I'm shaken. Because this campaign is gonna take forever. I'm gonna restore some leadership in about an hour or so. We have planned Crooked Moon today for 7 hours. And then some Rome 2. I'm gonna investigate what mods are working and mess around. You don't expect staying with a single campaign or starting a full campaign. It's just some extra fun. What about Shogun 2? I like Shogun 2. I like Shogun 2. Where is Morika? No Morika. What's Elich? What's your favorite real-time general? What's historical battle you think is cool for you? I never really thought about this like that.
Yeah. Ready for bossing?
There are so many, man, so many. Well, Shogun 2 might as well be among the best, but it's Japan. It does not have Rome, and it does not have the Hellenistic period. Usually for Total War fans, the one they are more nostalgic about is the best for them. Stainless steel, I had a lot of I had a lot of fun playing stainless steel. Even while when they released Shogun 2, I didn't really care about Shogun 2 when it was released. I still played stainless steel. Took me a while to get into Shogun 2. Did I ever play Warcraft 3? Yes. Best artilleries for the endgame dwarves, organ guns. You can use all of them, but if you need to pick one, pick organ gun.
Night Gobbo War Boss.
Did I beat Argunt? Argunt was confederate by the dwarves once with the we destroyed most of their armies. Skull Smashers.
What a zogging it do you want? Stabber!
I hope they create the atmosphere and the feels of medieval Total War. Of all the Total Wars, that one had the best atmosphere and the feels for me.
Boss of them night goblins! Let's get stabby!
They need to really make a very good campaign map for a historical one. It has to feel more like a real world and not really gamey, if you know what I mean, guys. With historical ones, there has to be immersion, role-playing, and not just gamey things. With fantasy, it's a little different. Fantasy is a little different. I expect way more from historical. How's your campaign going? We're still alive.
I have no time for this.
Yes, boss. Best idea yet. What you want? This way?
You love the recruiting system in medieval, it forces you to have a variety in your army. You mean them armies full of dismounted feudal knights?
Who's the boss?
The moment you head over one castle, you can recruit whatever you want. It was realistic with the stainless steel mode for Medieval 2, which had a special system of recruitment. My iconic victory assembly. Yes and no. Yes and no.
All right, I'm off.
Yes and no.
When I get there, open session.
Since I got the access for the early access for the Warhammer 2, I've been getting you know messages every now and then. Last one was an invite to the Halloween multiplayer they were doing, but I answered that I have no interest in multiplayer.
Gobbo War Boss!
Hopefully we'll get early access for Divided Empires, because I really want to see that campaign. you see the YouTubers get early access, you can expect us to get early access in a few days after that.
You what?
I'm hoping they continue to do the beta updates available for everybody. They should release a beta update like for every single patch. Every single patch. Foundation update should also be a beta update. It's like release the beta and then let everybody play it for 2 weeks and then get the full release. That way, people will complain less about the issues that might be released and still be in the game 3 months later, because they're not gonna release another update that soon. You're considering the modern graphics, Vikings, sea battles, and sex of medieval, it will be a great world war. What are you talking about? Vikings. Talking about the new Total War is gonna be about Vikings. I don't know. When I think about medieval ages, it's more about crusades than anything else. They're all seeing you. Look at this, boys. 24 turns before we get our strap-on gear.
You what?
Can we actually hit this place? I wanna hit this place hard.
Who needs stabbing?
A moment, Tom. Alex says, after variety Total War Warhammer brings, I fear that it wouldn't be easy to come back to historical commands. What do you think they should do to attract players? Well, just need to make sure the next historical has half as decent battles as Warhammer. And I'm not talking about the wizards and the monsters. I'm talking about damn collision. Let's hope they don't forget collision, unit collision in the next historical war, and it'll be golden. Golden. And of course, guard mode has to be in the game. It's already would be enough.
Now's the time.
Who can I stab?
When it comes to historical Total Wars, people really don't give a shit about you know, stuff that really attracts, you know, people to Warhammer. They're more about, you know, playing with a historical, you know, with a old country, kingdom, empire, and you know they wanna, you know, see, you know, how things, you know, work for them, and how they can, you know, progress in the game. It's like playing with the Roman Empire. Everybody who plays with the Roman Empire wants to, you know, build what the Romans did back in the history. You know, they don't like the empire building. That's gonna be the Romans for them. It's more about that. More about that. As long as, you know, they made the battles half decent, you know, with minimal bugs, you know, it's gonna be fine. You don't need much diversity or variety in these games. Serena says Elich keeps impressing with how again and again managed to win his battles. For how long is he been playing Total War series? I have nearly 3,500 hours playing Warhammer, and before that a couple of thousand hours in all the previous ones together. I've been playing for like what, 14 years now? 13, 14 years. I don't know if it was 2003 or 2004 when I started, I don't remember. Let's say it's 2004, so a little over 13 years. But I have not played that much in the past. It was just basically on and off things during the year.
Stop that.
They have to understand that when it comes to historical war, people want where you can build immersion role playing. They want better empire building. They want better campaign map, and for God's sake, they want battles that last longer than 3 minutes. But most important, unit collision. Archers were never OP in all the wars. Well, I guess you have not used them right. There are several factions that have access to very powerful archers, and several factions also have access to very powerful skills regarding archery. So unless you know how to do it right, they will never feel powerful, so you're correct there.
Lots of plans.
For example, in Attila, most archers look like shit because of a lack of ammunition. I guess they were scared about multiplayer or something. While in Rome 2, you can make archers pretty crazy. Like the mercenary Cretan archers, Cimmerian heavy archers, the mercenary Syrian archers, Persian foot archers, elite Persian archers, any of the horse archers. I had armies with Persian foot archers. Every battle had over 300 kills. You don't think a Total War will ever have a deep campaign mode? Well, have you ever played Total War Attila? There are actually things to do there, you know, with more depth to the faction and managing, you know, your family, politics. Has to be like that. Total War Attila had the right type of campaign gameplay, but I just couldn't get into battles, man.
Doppler's hungry. Stick 'em.
It's about, you know, the faction specialization. For example, you play with the Romans in Rome 2. Of course, you're not gonna have access to good archers. You're gonna have to use auxiliaries. And even if you get auxiliaries, the archers will not be as strong. It will always have a support role in the army, because you're gonna be lacking the archery military traditions and skills. But if you play with a faction like Royal Scythia or Parthia, you're gonna get access to more things regarding archery. Already there is a wonder building in Parthia that makes archers way better than the Romans can have. So it's about that. It's a faction specialization. Do I think I can win this campaign? Yes, but it'll take a long time. This is a huge garrison here, yeah? I'm not even sure about this. We'll see what we do about this. These are what are these? Are you telling me the dwarves will be shooting a pile of shit from my own towers? Dwarves controlling Greenskin towers? I think I've seen everything now. There's gonna be a lot of damage here, man. They deployed properly as well. There's gonna be a lot of damage here. Nobody's here. We displayed our army here, so there's no point for them to put anything on the second door. We're also so good at knocking down these doors. Let's go in, boys. Let's go in. It's not detected here. Damage minimal so far considering the garrison. Silent, boys, silent. There's actually quite a bit of shit here, we have to be careful. This was a distraction. This is the main fight. Range chariots are harassment. Harassment first. Disruption, harassment. And as you cause the chaos, you're doing damage. They're also not taking damage. You guys seeing that? Night goblins are perfect for this type of role. This is the role of night goblins. Hit them where it hurts. Hit them where it hurts. Look at those trolls, they're not taking damage. You can't send longbeards and trolls. You can't do shit to longbeards and trolls. It's a lot of staying power. I can still take damage here. What the fuck was that? It's too close. I mean, look at this, nasty lurkers. They're deleting the longbeards, because we have the veterans here with the battle skills. It's a harassment. Wait for opportunity, then go melee. Unless you need to invest it into something important, you keep it ranged. Keep it ranged. It's gonna hurt. Hope my trolls don't get killed here. Oh, that was good. If you've seen the last battle, how we used the chariots, that was one of the best rolls for the chariots.
Move out, lads!
The ranged chariots are weaker in melee than the usual chariots, so you have to also inspect more damage, especially if there are fighting units that counter chariots. They're dead. They're dead. Minimal damage on this unit. We can still take casualties. I mean, look at this. Look at this shit. Longbeards can't even fight this. Trolls had a lot. Look at that staying power up door. Why send a Spider-Man when you can send a troll? It's gonna be hard to bend this troll. Maybe we just keep it for diversity. Squeak would be better in the army. But right in this situation here, we're gonna use a spider as well. But trolls, they don't take casualties in a situation like this. They just can't get damaged, killed by the longbeards. Seen this shit? This is the full potential trolls. Does not get better than this. We'll keep the trolls. Oh, we can keep the unit of trolls. It's like, this is like apparently a dangerous siege here. You're not even taking damage. This might drown them. We have terror nearby. Yeah, it's a rout. Our bell. And we haven't even used the spiders, guys. We haven't even used the spider. I mean, we used the Arachnarok Queen to spawn the little spiders, but I haven't used the big mama spiders. You know, to get them, you know, their legs dirty by piercing a bunch of dwarves. Yeah, Food of Gork is one of the reasons to play the Greenskin tribes. One of the reasons, not the main reason. One of the reasons. The main reason to play the Greenskin tribes is Grimgor. It's gonna be a rebellion fest. We currently have a little downtime versus dwarves because they moved their army away with the vow, but they're coming. They are coming. It's more important to destroy Karakazul, maybe even lose the settlements just to get the Karakazul done. We really need to get rid of Karakazul.
Great and powerful, war boss. Alright then, I'll do it.
Start the war.
May get lucky here again.
Usher,
Very good. Delay.
stabby.
Delay, delay, delay.
Opening. Dogs will.
Be gone.
What you want?
Looks like they've been they fought off the rebels
When
there.
I get there, gonna stab.
Look at it, one more turn until Valasaur, one more turn.
Do you take me for a wazzock?
Damn. But what can you do, man? What can you do?
My throng stands ready.
Ooh, you could do a
Will not
peace treaty.
disappoint me.
Like we gonna honor this shit.
Yes.
Stupid, anti-trusting Skarsnik schemes.
I answer to clan and hold.
Okay, I'll go north now. I'll most likely rejoin the war. They're really weakened for that much. They wouldn't even weaken that much. They had still 3 armies. We defeated most of their armies and they got conquered by the dwarves.
Onward.
They're at war with the Strigos Empire. We can go get rid of the wars here. Getting this would be amazing. Getting their capital will be even better. Skarsnik can get their capital.
Supreme ruler.
Skarsnik can get their capital. Krogar versus Grimgor, who would win? Well, you can't even compare these two guys, man. Grimgor is like a slow ass. It's so slow compared to Krogar. Krogar has ridiculous damage. But I've seen Grimgor deal also a lot of damage. How will Grimgor defend against Carnosaur charges? Grimgor is on foot, so he should not have chance against Krogar. Krogar cycle charge Grimgor all day long. Or are we guys talking here about multiplayer? When it comes to amount of power and strength, Krogar is way ahead Grimgor. Can't even compare it, man. Krogar has way more power than Grimgor. 1-on-1, it's a multiplayer thing. Don't even have such things anymore. Who's better overall with the skills, stats, items and everything? Kroger, of course. Who wins? Batman versus Manfred? Manfred. What can Batman do against Zombie Dragon? And not calling Superman for help. Sujek says Tyrion is not really that good -1. Oh my god, thank god Adriano is still timed out. You take that back right now. You take that back. You take that back. Sujek here is pretty much talking about multiplayer.
What?
If Batman can beat Superman, the only reason the Batman, you know, if you think he won against Superman, is because Superman didn't want to kill him. Batman has no chance against Superman, man.
Skarsnik, warlord of 8 peaks.
Because Superman was holding back. He could have vaporized Batman at any point. Superman is not a bad guy, and that's why he cannot win against Batman. Batman is an anti-hero. That's why Batman wins. But if they were fighting for real, Batman would have no chance against Superman.
I'm Trixie. Sounds like a good idea.
And nothing beats Colic on a chariot being pulled by 2 Colics. I'm getting weird pictures in my head. Yeah, okay.
Alright, alright.
Might attract some of the unwanted here. What the hell is this? Crossing mountain passes? Greenskin was supposed to be good in mountains. The guy hasn't moved in 2 turns.
You're the boss. Me.
Hopefully we can delay him before Skarsnik gets north.
This way.
Should I ask the real question, who wins in a battle, Eminem or Elich? And the Eminem is a unique talent. It's hard to beat him. Eminem is real talent. It's hard to beat Eminem. So Eminem probably wins.
I hear ya.
Dirty bastard.
What you want?
Rank 14 here, huh?
This is my land.
Yeah, the questing nights are amazing. They are really serious damage. Serious damage. It's a tier 3 unit, unbelievable. I won campaigns with the questing knights. The last Battalion campaign I play, we weren't allowed to use elite units, so questing knights was our best unit. What the hell is the options here? Eminem is a traitor to his fans. Elich is loyal. Well, everybody's loyal until the point they are not loyal. That's how loyalty works, don't you know? Reddish says, I don't think I've heard anyone say anything more obvious. Okay, okay.
Oh my god! Have you seen that shit? Holy shit! What the hell?
Hey Anto, thank you for 2 months. Okay. We need to go north. It's like Karazakarak north.
The axe thirsts for war.
Orc wants me. Night Gobbo War Boss.
We're definitely gonna attract some serious stuff here. Vet is without E. Without A, my bad, without A. So it's just W-E-T. Gonna be the left side. Are you ready for another dwarf dance? I'm getting goblin experience on the goblins here, but it's no big deal. No big deal, really. What? What? Okay, okay.
The lads are ready.
Oh my god! Have you seen that shit? Holy shit! What the hell?
Hey, Bullshit! Thank you for using your Twitch Prime here. Appreciate the support. You know, they say Rome 2 is a historical war, but you know, in historical war.
Oh my god! Have you seen that shit? Holy shit! What the hell?
Thank you to this Mimic, appreciate it, man. What was I saying, man? What was I saying, man? What the hell? Yeah. Rome 2 is a historical war, guys. Bear with me for a second. Your pikes, 7 feet long pikes, get put in a pocket when you decide to use swords on your pikemen instead of pikes. Because the pikemen have both pikes and short swords. So they put their 7 feet long pike in their pocket and they draw swords. What would a pikeman do in a real world if he was supposed to draw a sword? They would drop a pike at the side, right? They would drop pikes at the ground. Instead of, you know, putting his 7 feet long pike in his pocket. Other than Rome, what is my favorite theme in Rome 2? Partia. Partia. I enjoy several factions. Rome is because you know, all the emperor building, you know, it's just fun to play Rome, paint the whole map red. Somebody ordered dwarf smacking. What can longbeards do against trolls? So much blood, so much death. Do you find the battles in Rome Tila really boring after Warhammer? No, not really. Not really. The lack of collision and is disappointing. That's the only really disappointing part. I don't like the yo-yo formations. So if this unit charged in Rome 2, these guys here, this whole part of the unit would all go inside the first 2 ranks, and once they are done with the charge, they would go back like they were. Lack of collision is probably the most disappointing thing about Rome 2. Didn't actually think trolls were good. Prediction, have you seen the troll in the last battle? When we were doing the siege, a troll was at the door, murdering hundreds of longbeards without taking any damage or casualties. Well, that watch you need to start liking the Emperor building. The Emperor building and management of the provinces you have, or your armies, agents, fleets. It's half the fun. I do not have battle skills for trolls. No. A lot of people think trolls are bad because of low leadership, but trolls are very powerful against certain units. Like for example, longbeards, dwarf warriors. They can't do shit to trolls. They get so much disruption they can't even fight them properly, which means the trolls don't take damage. These trolls are just rank 3. Rank 1, they just gain the rank 3. Longbeard is countered hard by a troll unit. The dwarves need to use Quarreler to kill the trolls. Quarreler, if they focus fire with Quarreler on the trolls, trolls are dead, can't do shit. But if a troll goes wild in a group of longbeards, trolls murder everything. Quarreler totally murders trolls. Even while they're fighting longbeards, it's the best way to deal with a troll. But if they have nobody shooting the trolls are just running wild, murdering people with their crazy damage and regeneration. We have a troll in the main army that goes over 80 leadership. And they start with 40, which drops to 36 on legendary. Let me show you the stats on a veteran troll. This is without the battle skills. We don't have any battle skills for trolls.
Supreme ruler of 8P.
So this is a veteran troll. They can still get more melee defense and one more melee attack, I think. And this damage can be increased by 10%. Yeah, that's what you really. When it comes to Total War after the mid game, even in the, sometimes mid game, you really have to pay attention and organize. You have to have a system for Emperor management. Trolls have a really brutal damage, and they can get even more damage. Mediatrex ask LH, are Corals the best bang for a buck range unit in the game? Probably is one of the best units in the game in overall. The Dwarves can pretty much have armies just of quarrelers. Hey Mimda! Yoo-hoo! Well, in a way, it's not the same as the creep horrors. Creep horrors actually have a way lower toughness, but they can't rout like the trolls. Trolls are much tougher than the creep horrors. What about handgunners? Handgunners are amazing. Quarrelers are just that good because they can shoot in pretty much any terrain, and they can also fight in melee. Handgunners and Thunderers are some deadliest units in the game, but Correlers and Crossbows are more versatile. Trolls have more armor than the Creep Horrors. Creep Horrors now have 15 armor, they used to have 30. My bad, they used to have 40. They nerfed them to 30 and then to 15. Creep Horrors just get deleted now. Any range on Creep Horrors and they're dead. Even regular anti-large units kill Creep Horrors. While Trolls, they can fight Spearmen no problem.
Arsenic warlord of 8 peaks. Great and powerful war boss.
This might be our first test for this army. I'm not really comfortable going there though. Creep horrors are meant to support GG. Yeah. Their role used to be like the main line, kill and destroy like the Minotaurs. But since the many nerfs they received, they've become like a flanking unit to support the graveyard, either behind the graveyard or at the side or the flanks of the graveyard. That's basically much their role right now. Clangers, the Quarrelers have range. And the access they get to the Tactician, to the Volifier, to all the technologies that buff them, being partially a melee unit, will definitely make them way better than Dark Shards. Dark Shards will definitely have better range damage, but it's more important to have range than that much range damage. You can't really compare anything with Dark Elf range units because they're really crazy damage, but range is better than damage. That's what I think. To a certain point. If the Dark Shards had like 150 range, no doubt better than the Quarrelers. But the Quarrelers also get more upgrades than the Dark Shards. Quarrelers have shields as well. Keep that in mind. So Quarrelers get affected by the interlocking shields technology. 5 melee defense and 5 armor.
I'm well nasty. What? Open sesame. Dogs will.
We're getting lucky here so far. Dark is going north.
You want schemes? I got schemes.
Loten Seaguard. Loten Seaguard is a tier 3 unit. With shields. That's why Quarrel is slightly ahead. The Sea Guards have the pretty much similar damage to the Quarrelers. But it's a big difference, you know, being a tier 2 unit and tier 3 unit. And you have to consider the cost as well. For example, you start playing a dwarf campaign, you can immediately start recruiting Quarrelers without worrying for the income or anything. While when you start playing the high elves, you can't immediately start using a lot of Loten Seaguard. Dwarves, Torner, for dwarves, range is the king. Unless you're playing a specific army, the range will always do most damage in a dwarf army. kinda have to waste the population here because we have peace with Karakazul.
Who needs killing?
Where the hell is Karakazul going? The rebellion is gonna be rough. Oh my god. What the hell? I think I had it for today with this shit. Looks like they're fighting dwarves. Oh my god. What the fuck happened there? Castle Dragonhof, poof, went up in smoke. Don't tell me it was this Skaven. If I see Skaven control Dragonhof, oh my god. How the hell does the Dragonhof just poof goes up in smoke? The city has nasty garrison. Really nasty garrison. Skaven are deleting vampire cunts. Yeah, people are just, talking nonsense. They just seen few examples on Reddit and they all of a sudden the whole faction is bad out to resolve. The clone molder is scary. They definitely made the North more scarier.
Not for all that's safe in the world.
So what the hell did we do today, boys? We made sure the clan Angrund got confederated by the dwarves. We destroyed a bunch more dwarf armies. We repelled all those armies you seen yesterday. We still have Karakate Peaks. We still have that pass. We currently have a peace treaty with Karakazul. We have a second army up and running. They still lack a lot of experience, both on the Lord and the units. We have the re-peaks with steel peak pass. We can get our first tier 5 here, maybe even recruit a giant. We made progress today. It was a minimal progress in the last 2 days, but finally looks like progress. At peace with Karakazul, if it lasts, we might get Blood River Valley. Most of the dwarf armies are in this area, and I'm worried they might put their attention on us soon. This is going to be it today for the Crooked Moon. Like I said, Crooked Moon will be playing every day, usually around 7 hours. 7 hours is the minimum time we have every day with Warhammer 2. This campaign is very exhausting to play, guys, so you have to understand. There is over 90% chance I'll be back in about 30 minutes with some Rome 2. We'll not be playing a real campaign. We'll be just messing around, checking out, reminding ourselves how bad is Rome 2 vanilla, and how bad do we need mods to make it playable. So, guys, this is it today with Warhammer. We'll be continuing this campaign tomorrow. If you're here in 30 minutes, we'll have probably Rome 2. If not, I'll see you tomorrow.
What awaits us? wait unknowing. This is the price of war. We rise with noble intentions, and we